Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to a historical exploration. Today, we delve into the rich and complex history of one of the most revered structures on Earth, the Kaaba in Makkah. While it stands today as a singular point of focus for billions, its physical form has undergone remarkable transformations throughout history. Did you know the Kaaba we see today is not the exact structure built millennia ago? It has been rebuilt, repaired, and renovated numerous times. Join us as we uncover the layers of history embedded within this sacred edifice, examining its journey through epochs, challenges, and continuous reverence. The historical narrative begins with Prophet Ibrahim, Abraham, and his son, Prophet Ishmael, peace be upon them. Tasked by divine command, they laid the foundations of the Kaaba as the first house dedicated to the worship of the one God. This act marked a pivotal moment in monotheistic history. The Quran recounts this foundational event, emphasizing its purpose. Allah states, "And mention, when we designated for Abraham the site of the house, saying, 'Do not associate anything with me and purify my house for those who perform tawaf, and those who stand in prayer, and those who bow and prostrate.'" Surah Al-Hajj 22:26. This verse underscores the Kaaba's original and enduring function as a center for pure worship. Historical accounts describe this initial structure as simple and unadorned. It was built with basic materials available at the time, reflecting the sincerity and obedience of its builders. Its significance lay not in its grandeur, but in its divine designation and purpose as a focal point for devotion to Allah. This original construction established the sacred precinct of Makkah. It became a sanctuary, a place of peace and pilgrimage. The legacy of Ibrahim and Ismail set the stage for the Kaaba's role throughout subsequent history, even as its physical form would later change. Centuries passed, and the Kaaba, situated in the valley of Makkah, faced the relentless forces of nature. The region is historically prone to flash floods descending from the surrounding hills. These natural events, coupled with erosion and the passage of time, inevitably took their toll on the structure. Before the advent of Islam, during the era known as the Jahiliyyah, period of ignorance, the Kaaba had fallen into disrepair. The structure, built from unmortared stones, was vulnerable. A particularly severe flood significantly weakened its walls, necessitating a major reconstruction effort by the custodians of the Kaaba at the time, the Quraysh tribe. This period highlights the practical challenges faced in maintaining such an ancient structure. The need for repair was not merely about preservation, it was essential for the Kaaba to continue serving its function as the central shrine, even though its purpose had been altered by the pre-Islamic Arabs who filled it with idols. The decision by the Quraysh to rebuild demonstrates their recognition of the Kaaba's central importance to their society and economy, which was heavily reliant on pilgrimage. This reconstruction, however, would lead to a significant moment in the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The rebuilding project by the Quraysh was a collective tribal effort. Each clan was assigned a part of the structure to rebuild, fostering a sense of shared ownership and responsibility. However, as the reconstruction neared completion, a serious dispute arose concerning the placement of the black stone, Al-Hajar al-Aswad. The black stone, already an object of reverence, needed to be placed back into its corner. Each tribal leader desired the honor of lifting and setting the stone into its position. The disagreement escalated, threatening to erupt into violent conflict among the clans, potentially tearing the Quraysh apart. It was at this critical juncture that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, then a young man known for his integrity and wisdom, Al-Amin, the trustworthy, was sought out to arbitrate. His solution was simple yet profound, demonstrating remarkable foresight and diplomacy. He requested a cloth, placed the black stone upon it, and asked a representative from each tribe to hold a corner of the cloth. Together, they lifted the stone to the level of its intended place. Then, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself took the stone and placed it into the wall. This act appeased all parties, preventing bloodshed and preserving unity among the Quraysh. Following the rise of Islam and the conquest of Makkah, the Kaaba was purified of idols and restored to its original monotheistic purpose. However, its physical structure would again face challenges during periods of political turmoil within the early Muslim state. In 683 CE, during the conflict between Abdullah ibn Zubayr and the Umayyad Caliphate, the Kaaba was damaged. It was struck by projectiles from catapults used by the Umayyad forces besieging Makkah, and parts of it caught fire. This necessitated another major rebuilding effort. Abdullah ibn Zubayr, who controlled Makkah at the time, undertook this reconstruction. He reportedly based his rebuilding on what he understood to be the original dimensions and structure built by Prophet Ibrahim, a.s. This included incorporating the semicircular area known as the Hijr Ismail or Hatim within the Kaaba's walls, as it was believed to have been part of the original structure. Later, when the Umayyads under Abdul Malik ibn Marwan regained control of Makkah, they decided to rebuild the Kaaba once more. Their reasons were partly political and partly based on different interpretations or priorities regarding the structure. Abdul Malik's reconstruction reverted the Kaaba closer to the dimensions established by the Quraysh before Islam, excluding the Hijr Ismail from within the main building. This form is largely what has been maintained to the present day. In more recent centuries, the focus has shifted from complete reconstructions to preservation, renovation, and expansion of the surrounding Haram area. While the core structure built by Abdul Malik ibn Marwan has remained largely consistent, significant maintenance work has been undertaken. Major renovations occurred in the 20th and 21st centuries to strengthen the structure, replace the roof, and ensure its integrity against environmental factors and the immense pressure of millions of pilgrims performing tawaf, circumambulation, around it annually. These modern efforts utilize advanced engineering and materials while respecting the historical and religious significance of the site. The Kaaba's covering, the kiswa, is also regularly replaced, a tradition dating back centuries. These modern interventions are primarily aimed at structural soundness, safety, and enhancing the experience for pilgrims, rather than altering the fundamental form established over a millennium ago. The history of the Kaaba's physical structure is a testament to its enduring significance despite facing natural disasters, political conflicts, and the passage of time. Each reconstruction tells a story of the people who revered it, the challenges they faced, and their commitment to preserving its role as the Qibla, the direction of prayer for Muslims worldwide. While its form has evolved, the Kaaba's purpose as the house of Allah, a symbol of divine unity and the focal point of Muslim devotion, has remained constant since the time of Prophet Ibrahim, OCS. Its history is intertwined with the history of Islam itself, offering valuable insights for historians, religious scholars, and students alike. We hope this journey through the Kaaba's reconstructions has been informative and enriching. Understanding the physical history of this sacred site deepens our appreciation for its resilience and its central place in the spiritual lives of Muslims. If you found this historical overview beneficial, please consider liking this video and sharing it with others interested in Islamic history and culture. Subscribe to our channel for more educational content exploring the rich heritage of Islam. Your engagement helps us share these important stories. Jazakum Allahu khairan. May Allah reward you with goodness.